1490 WEZE The Word.
Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. It's up for all of them. It don't.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. From Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Pray for all my foes, but it's the nail roll.
Yeah.
These rappers gonna sell their soul. I don't care if they hate me. This the life I choose.
Are we on?
Price with his
Yes,
new
sir.
Go
ahead.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Okay.
On.
Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
LGBT.
Where bears walk around and just look at you like, you're, well, I don't know how to put it. They're just pretty normal down here, just walking around and in the evening. Not during the hot day, but during the evening, they just come out and start wandering around looking for food. Hopefully, if you're ever down here, do not be outside with food on a plate or in your hands, because the bears will come up to you and you might be, coerced to give it up quickly. Let's put it that way in order to get away. This is Amazing Great Sports Network. I am at a family reunion here in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Fantastic place, beautiful country, very humid, but beautiful country. But, what can I say? I'm here. I'm kicking it. What about you, Kevin?
We're live here in studio. Someone's got to man the ship here.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. The shaming. He's studio shaming me. Studio shaming.
All in good fun.
So, we're going to talk about our Red Sox, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Patriots. Not that we know anything really. The camp has started, but we have to talk about them. So, hold on just a second, everybody. I'm going to grab a book for the prayer thing. Kevin's going to keep you entertained as I get the prayer ready.
We only had a number of minutes to prepare for this, but that's all right. There we go.
All right. There we go. It was right there. I was not going far. I didn't have to go to the next room over. We are in Victory in Marriage. Victory in Marriage. Okay? And I think we talked about this. The reason why I'm going through this is because it was so important. Victory in marriage, prayers for victory in spiritual warfare, and marriages or relationships. Maybe you're not married yet, but having a relationship. Very important that you get this correct. The relationship is going to be the most important part of your life, aside from your relationship with Christ, Lord Jesus, God, Father God. So having a good relationship, it's gonna put wind in your sails. And right now we are on the belt of truth, putting on the belt of truth. Okay. So Lord, the foundation of any healthy marriage is love. And when I say marriage, I'm talking about relationship. Any healthy marriage is love. Not love as the world defines it, made of emotions or attractions or desire. Not frivolous, but it requires me to take my eyes off my spouse and my expectations for him or her to satisfy me, and places it squarely on myself, what I am given and how I am responding. You have defined love as this. Love is patient, kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. Living that kind of love would make any marriage/relationship strong. Amen. And that is our prayer. That's my prayer for today with marriage and with relationships. Now, we are on to, today in history. We're going to modify that a little bit. Today in history. Ladies and gentlemen, today in history. Well, pickings was so slim for today in history. Today in history has become, this week in history. I'm sorry, but I tried my best, and I couldn't get that much. So I had to really dig and comb in order to get things that were relevant. Let us start. Pickings was slim, ladies and gentlemen. When I say slim, I mean shady slim like Eneman. And Eneman is no longer heard or seen around. So he's virtually non-existent. And so wasn't today in history events. But without further ado, let's go. On July 23rd, yes, I know today's the 26th, and that's what I mean by this week in history. On July 23rd, the Baltimore Oriole, Reggie Jackson, homered in 6 consecutive games. Yeah, that's what I have for you. But I have a question that I can ask after that. What is the record for consecutive game home runs? Okay, little twist to that. Great. On July 25th in 1902, 3 years after winning the title from English boxer Bob Fitzsimmons, American champion James J. Jeffries repeated the feat with an 8th round knockout in San Francisco to retain the heavyweight crown. Yes, I know, ladies and gentlemen, that was a long time ago. We are aware of that. Here's a picture of Bobby and Jimmy right there before their fight. The American, James J. Jeffries, and the Englishman, Bob Fitzsimmons. And I don't even have a question for that. I'm just going to let it go. Now, I'm just happy to know that this event happened back in 1902 and that the heavyweight crown was retained by an American. Let us go forward. And our third is on July 26th, which is today, 1928. Heavyweight champion of the world, Gene Tunney. That's that Gene Tunney, the famous Gene Tunney from the Jack Dempsey, Gene Tunney fights. That guy did, Gene Tunney. He weighed in at 192 pounds and scored an 11th round TKO over Tom Heaney, as you see there, at Yankee Stadium in New York City. It was his second and final defense of the World Heavyweight Boxing title. So my question, you're going to get 2 questions today. Who was his first title defense against? And this is almost like a layup. This is a layup on a 8-foot rim. I kind of even alluded to it earlier. So if you get this, you get mugs, you get water bottles, you get posters, you get T-shirts, whatever you want, and our Amazing Grace Sports Network treasure trove of items, we'll get it out to you. So answer one of those 2 questions, you are good to go. And that is today, or this week in history. So that's what I got, Kevin.
Light week in sports history, I guess, for whatever reason.
Unless you wanted to go into the Tour de France. That's
No,
the
I'm
major
good.
things going on. Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. But I'm sure
I'm
someone
good.
will mention that sometime on the show.
We're good. We're good with that. So 844-249-5247, 844-249-5247. Ladies and gentlemen, call in on any of those subjects and any subjects you want to talk about. You can even the Tour de France and Greg LeMond and who was that guy who got banned? The American.
Of course, the great Lance. I shouldn't say
Lance
great.
Armstrong.
Lance
You want to
Armstrong.
call in and just bring that up because we didn't do it. It is okay with us because we're those type of guys. We're versatile and we can go any. I'm not even going to say that, but we're versatile.
Yeah.
That being said, let's cut to some commercials. When you come back, we would take the phone calls and we would get this party started. Hey, are you feeling a little achy or sore from the cold weather? Then take a visit to Dylan's Russian Steam Bath. At Dylan's Dry Sauna or Wet Steam Room, you can de-escalate, de-stress, and detox your body and mind. A hot place of massage or a variety of oil massages are available. You will enjoy the relaxed atmosphere that features a nutritious snack bar, large screen television, and comfortable lounge chairs to cool off in during your visit. They have 2 convenient locations, one in Chelsea and the other in Quincy. Find them online at Dylan's Russian Steam Bath or call 617-549-3484 for more information. To enjoy your best health, visit Dylan's Russian Steam Bath, where heat, steam, and water have a therapeutic effect. Ladies and gentlemen, how would you like to feel better, stand straighter, and enjoy daily activities without pain? Then look no further than Karma Don Yoga. As one of the more accomplished yoga instructors in the New England area, Karma embraces many different styles of yoga, including vinyasa, slow flow, yin, and restorative in order to tap into your pranic energy and create a balanced mix of healing, stretch, and strength. Find her and her very affordable classes online at karmadonyoga.com. That's karma, like good karma, bad karma, dawn, like the morning dawn, yoga.com. You know, Kevin, I'm thinking that the Red Sox need to tap into their pranic energy. You know, they're going to have to dig deep and find their pranic energy, their inner chi or chai.
I'm not sure if that would make them worse off or better off. We'll have to wait and see. But
I mean, they've lost 5 out of 7. How much worse could it get?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we start off with a great phone call here from our good friend John, who's going to get the ball rolling for our trade deadline discussions. John, good morning. Welcome on in.
What's up, guys? Hey, I know a major league scout from the White Sox, and this is a blockbuster. This might be the biggest thing since when Esposito got traded to the Rangers in '72. He tells me the Red Sox are talking with the Angels straight up. An East Coast guy for a West Coast guy. Sharon Duran for the Angels, who will be the future of the franchise, maybe the face of that franchise. They don't have much going right now. Straight up from Mike Trout.
No. You said a scout told you that?
He works for the White Sox as like an assistant scout. I've known him for years, and he's never given me any trade information. But now listen, it makes a little sense. He's saying Duran was born and raised in Southern California. He's from Long Beach. A 15-minute ride to Anaheim Stadium by the freeway. It's like he lives next door to Anaheim Stadium. He's a West Coast guy. Mike Trout, as we all know, is an East Coast guy. Grew up in New Jersey. So, you know, a lot of these guys, they like to go back home, close to home, to finish out their career. He's telling me straight up Jared Durant for Trout, straight up. And, of course, the Red Sox going to have to pay his whole salary. And he's telling me if the Red Sox come in last or second to last this year, next year, Mike Trout will be the player manager for the Red Sox.
Yeah, I don't know what.
No.
I haven't heard that, John. I don't think a lot of people have heard that. Obviously, with the way the Angels have played really the past decade, they, in my opinion, have wasted Mike Trout. And I know he's dealt with a myriad of injuries, but that being said, when he's on the field, he is a dynamic player. And that's why he's won so many MVPs and so many.
They don't take nothing away from Jared Durant. Jared Durant is a spark plug to any team.
Yeah, he's not Mike Trout. He's not Mike Trout, though, John.
I know, but he's only been at baseball 3 years. You got to give him some time. I mean, he's a natural leadoff. And how old is Trout exactly? Do you know?
He's got to be at least.
We'll look it up. We'll find out. But I find it hard to believe that they would trade Mike Trout for Jarren Duran straight up. I mean, even with his myriad of injuries, it's hard to compare Mike Trout with Jarren Duran.
I think the Angels are reloading. Can you name 3 players on the Angels? I really can't.
Mike Trout.
Trout.
Yeah, and Anthony Rendon, I think, is
Rendon is hurt. Renfigo, and
I don't know him.
Yes.
I don't know.
I just remember some of these names because the Red Sox were out there recently. Mike Trout's 33 years old, by the way, John. I think any team. Listen, I think any team, particularly who's a contender. and I don't know necessarily I'd put the Red Sox in that category right now.
Right now, yeah.
To try to improve their team would love someone like Mike Trout, okay? But however, if a trade was, and by the way, Mike Trout has reiterated that his desire, and he's getting paid a lot of money too, is and you know, his desire is to remain with the Angels and win. Now the Angels have not gone to the playoffs since 2014, okay, and they got bounced. They got bounced in the division series by the Royals, which nobody expected. Then the Royals went on to go to the World Series.
Go to the World Series.
That being said, if he were to be traded, he'd have to waive his no trade clause, and then have a team. It would be a highly complex process. A team would have to then take on a substantial amount of his remaining contract, which is getting paid
probably all of it. Yeah,
probably all of it. Exactly right. So I just to me, if a team is going to trade for Mike Trout, then I wouldn't be surprised if it would be the Cubs, the Yankees, the Phillies. But right now, I can't see him coming to the Red Sox right now. I really can't. At least this season, or I just can't. I can't see it, and I really don't think it's been talked about either.
I think the Red Sox are serious buyers for this trade deadline, because they've taken a lot of slack over the years with the Heim Bloom era. It took a lot of slack just sitting back on their laurels and not making any moves.
No, let's throw in Mike Trout's salary, which is $37 or $38 million a year. The Red Sox dumped Rafael Devers for 29. I don't think they want to go over 30. They didn't like paying 29, and that was kind of a bargain. They didn't want to pay that.
If Trout is to be traded, there's only 3 teams that can afford him: the Red Sox, Yankees, and Dodgers.
Well, knowing Dave Dombrowski, I'm sure he'd find a way to accommodate Mike Trout on the Phillies.
Yeah. He'd be a natural because he grew up in South Jersey. So South Jersey is
well, listen, John. I'll give you this. You never know what could happen with the MLB trade deadline.
Right.
And if
you never know.
If Mike Trout is a Boston Red Sox, come next week, we're going to have you on the show, and you can guest host a show with us.
We will bring you in. You can sit in my seat. You can sit in my seat, John. Sit in my seat, and I'll call in.
That would be a talk about a blockbuster of a blockbuster type deal, and I don't think it would be a 1-for-1. I think you'd have to involve some other players.
There'd be a lot of.
If I'm the Angels, by the way, I'm trading Mike Trout to get rid of the contract and go a different direction, which I'm not sure which direction the Angels have gone in the past 10 years, but it's really been a disaster out there in Anaheim. I'm asking a lot more than just Jarren Duran for a caliber player like Mike Trout. A lot more than Jarren Duran.
Who else could the Red Sox throw in? Tanner Houck?
No. I'm asking for a Roman Anthony type, a Marcelo Meyer type, a young future dynamic player. We're going to give you our franchise player, okay, who's been with us and has won MVPs and won All-Star games, Silver Sluggers, this and that, and has when on the field, when healthy, has been tremendous, and is a once in a generation player. We want a lot more. You want to do that so you can win now? Well, we want a lot more from you, and that's how.
I know it's not the NBA where you're trading salaries, so it doesn't matter how many people you throw in. You can throw in as many as you want, but we're talking about Mike Trout now, not Mike Trout 5 or 10 years ago. So I don't know how much leverage the Angels have. We'll see, but I know we're talking hypotheticals here all the way around. So
and by the way, John, Kevin Millar agrees with you. I was just looking up. Kevin Millar said the same thing. He said, asking if Mike Trout available. The Red Sox saved $260 million when they got rid of Devers. Can you make a deal to get Mike Trout via trade of the Red Sox? Right-handed power.
Millar said the same thing. So it does have weight. If Millar says it from the MLB Network, this trade could be in talking.
Well, I don't know. It's in my opinion, it's a long shot. But hey, we'll wait and see. Anything can happen in the trade deadline. We've seen that in many years, and I think the Red Sox, whatever they do, whether
Right.
Whether it's the Trout Avenue they go down, which again I don't think they would, but hey, you never know. The Red Sox do need something, and I think an immediate need right now, John, is in a right-handed starter right now. Whether
Yeah, they
that's
need a starter. They need a pitcher.
Joe Ryan of the Minnesota Twins stands out to me, and I know there's rumors about Dylan Cease. He's having a bit of an off year with the San Diego Padres.
I like Dylan Cease, but how about this guy talking about rent a player? What about Justin Verlander?
No, Justin Verlander is he's way past his prime. I don't think that would that is not what it's not what the Red Sox need right now. You don't need another inconsistent aging pitcher on this pitching staff right now. You need a guy that's going to come in who's young.
Well, who would the front runners be? Darryl Kelly, Dylan Cease.
No, the two, as I said, those are the guys. It's Joe Ryan and Dylan Cease. And I don't think the Diamondbacks are having an off year. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. They heat up. They could sneak in a wild card, but I think they're going to offload a lot of their talent. Gino Suarez won, and the Diamondbacks could very well trade Zach Gallen as well. Now I think if they do trade Zach Gallen, the Diamondbacks are going to ask for a lot in return. So Dylan Cease is a free agent the coming year. The Twins have been, I think, not so willing to trade Joe Ryan, who's pitched very well for them. The Twins, I don't think, are going to make the playoffs. I think they're going to look to offset some of their salaries. And Rocco Baldelli has not been able to, I think, do as good a job as he thought he would as manager of that team. But that being said, with the talent they have, the Red Sox need a starter behind Garrett Crochet right now. Giolito and Bayo have not been as strong as they were before the All-Star break. You had, Bayo last night didn't pitch terribly, but he did, pitch 40 pitches rather than the third inning, which was brutal to watch. Right. So,
hey, how about you know what else I heard will be coming here is Eduardo Rodriguez.
No more Erod. We've gone away from Erod. We're good.
I heard he's on the trading block.
Yeah, that's going backwards. They ought to leave that one alone. All right, John. We're going to move on, and we have some things to do, and also we want to talk about some Patriots. We'll see what happens with Mike Trout. I don't have a dog in it. I don't have a pony in that race, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, guys. Keep up the good work.
Man, John. Keep us updated. Thanks.
Will do.
That would be crazy.
From Milton or Dorchester, let's go talk to Wayne, who's on the line. Wayne, good morning. Welcome on in.
Hey, Kevin, Clay, good morning. How are you guys?
Good.
Good morning, Wayne. What you got for us?
I just want to say congratulations. You and Kyle had the winners, Germany over France in the UFA Cup there.
Yes.
But now, so in the finals, we have Spain and England. Who do you like?
Spain.
Okay, I'll take England.
Okay, go with Spain. I'm going with Spain. I just think Spain's going to overpower them.
So are the Red Sox poised to do anything right now? They have this losing streak kind of sullied the front office about potentially buying players or doing anything here?
Well, it's very interesting to see in the next couple of days where they go, Wayne. We all knew this was coming, okay? We all knew after the All-Star.
Wait. See, I'm pushing back again against Kevin. I'm pushing back. Only you knew it was coming. You prognosticated this losing streak. I thought they were going to wade through it at least 500.
Thank you. If you would let, I was going to get to a point there, but I was saying what was coming was the schedule. Okay, we all knew that the schedule was daunting coming after the All-Star break, and we said here in this program that wait and see how the Red Sox do coming out of the All-Star break with a 10-game win streak. Obviously, they're bound to get cold at some point, and I think we've seen that. We've just shown so far that the Cubs and the Phillies are just two better teams right now than the Red Sox are. There's no doubt about it. The National League and by the way, that National League pennant race is going to be really, really fun to watch as we move into the fall with the Cubs and the Phillies and the Dodgers as well, and the Mets too, and the Brewers too, who have stuck around as well. So that's going to be fun to watch. But that beside the point, the Red Sox, even though they did drop 2 out of 3 to both the Cubs and the Phillies, did show some fight in that series, especially the last games of those respective series, and the game-winning home run, obviously the grand slam by Romy Gonzalez, and the pinch hit home run from Alex Bregman against the Cubs. And they did show some promise and did show some fight. They could hang in there, and there was some momentum boosters going in. Obviously, they lost the first game of the series to the Dodgers last night. And by the way, the Dodgers dealing with a significant amount of injuries. Mookie Betts dealing with a personal matter.
Beat the Dodgers. Now it's the time to beat them.
Not in the lineup, and he's expected to be back tonight for game 2 of that series. That being said, Wayne, I think the Red Sox front office has no choice but to buy in this team, and with the way things have gone this year, and the ups and downs, and we started to hopefully see this team go more and more on the upside, and we're starting to maybe flatline a little bit, but we'll wait and see. That being said, they have to buy, in my opinion, and if they want to listen, this team is still a wild card team right now. They're still in the wild card. I think the division is out of hands. I don't think the division in the American League East right now is much of a focus on the Red Sox at this point. Toronto has shown to be a proven commodity for whatever reason this year in the American League East, and
they're sticking in there.
They've taken advantage of the inconsistent play of all four of the teams: Yankees, Red Sox, Rays, and the Orioles. I mean, the Yankees 5.5 back, the Red Sox 7.5 back with the Toronto Blue Jays right now. The Blue Jays 20 games over 500, 7-3 in the last 10 games, and they've gone on a tear. So that being said, the Red Sox right now still in the wild card. They're the third wild card of 55-50, a half game behind the Mariners for the second wild card. But you got the Texas Rangers on their heels as well, half game behind them. Cleveland 1.5 behind, and Tampa Bay 1.5, and Cleveland 2.5. And as the standings go down, it's deeper and deeper. But listen, we still got a lot of baseball still to be played here, and if the Red Sox want to make the wild card here, and you never know what can happen in the playoffs, Wayne. I was talking to Clay off air. The Red Sox won 90 games in 2021 when they got the wild card. Did anybody really expect that team to beat a 100-plus win Tampa Bay Rays team in the American League Division Series and then go to Houston and obviously lose the championship series, but 2 games away from making it to the World Series? I don't think many people expected that team to do that. Now, I'm in no way comparing that team to this team right now, but we have seen this team, particularly on the offensive side this year, show signs of a team that has life and has staying power here, and could, when given the opportunity, and that opportunity could be in the playoffs, to make a real statement, because anything can happen as we get to the playoffs. It's a new season.
If they catch the momentum, if they catch the momentum.
Hold on, go ahead, Wayne. What was that?
Do you think the front office is taking a temperature or keeping their finger on the pulse of the fan base? And is there a jeopardy of the fan base losing interest in this team if they don't do anything now? So do they have to pacify the fan base by doing something? Do you think they're forced into doing?
I don't think so. I think they have seen for the past 3 or 4 years that, this whatever mediocrity lane that they have been in, that people will still come to the ballpark and they will still spend $20 for a hot dog and $25 for a beer and $9 for a water just to see the Red Sox, come out and be a mediocre team. So I don't think. I honestly don't think the ownership cares. They don't give a lick about the Red Sox fan base.
But I hope that's not the reason why they would make a decision anyway, just based on the fan base alone. I hope they would want to make a decision on the basis of trying to win ball games. But we will see. I mean, over the past years, they've done this all-star swoon. Kevin correctly predicted it. I was a bit more optimistic about them, but Kevin correctly predicted what was going to happen.
Just to be clear, I just want to clear. I didn't predict they were going to come out flat. All I said was we have to watch as the schedule, as the All-Star break picks up and where this team goes. That's what I said. I never predicted that the Red Sox were going to lose 5 of the 7 games coming out the All-Star break. Now, I didn't think they were going to continue to, you come off a 10-game win streak, unless you're the 2002 Oakland A's or with the record win streak there, you're gonna fall flat, especially after being off for a couple of days. So that being said, if you roll back the tapes and you look at what I said was, it's going to be interesting to see where the Red Sox go as we get back to the All-Star break. Will they sink or swim against these three teams that are better than the Red Sox? And right now, they've lost 5 out of 7, and I'm not surprised by that. But I never said they were going to. It was a definite that we're going to lose 5 out of the 7 games.
But what I thought was they would do 500. I was, I thought they had the mettle, to step up more than they have. I thought they were actually going to do better than 500. So I was completely, totally wrong in that aspect. We'll see what happens. I would hope that management would want to make a decision based upon what they feel the chances are of going forward if they get the right player. But if they lose, I agree with Kevin. If they lose, and then the fan base is turning against them, I really don't think that's going to make them react, because it hasn't made them react in the past.
People still go to Fenway Park. I don't go as much anymore, and certainly the concession workers don't go anymore. Did you see that? The strike last night, first time in 113 years that the concession workers went on strike at Fenway Park last night.
Wayne, here's what I have to say for the Red Sox people that go there if they're going to lose. Listen to this. Nancy Kerrigan, why are you still doing it? But I hope the Red Sox pull out their tailspin and right the plane.
Gentlemen, have a great day. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Wayne.
Bye.
Thank you, Wayne. Yeah, why would they go? But I'm just hoping for the best. I'm going to remain optimistic that something will happen. I don't know if it's going to be a Mike Trout thing, but I'm hoping something will happen, that they get a good pitcher.
Mike Trout is not going to be on the Boston Red Sox next week. I mean, that I would bet a lot on that. Okay.
Yeah, I firmly believe it too.
I hadn't heard that rumor. Now, do I think Mike Trout would finish his career with the Angels? He seems content on playing for them, even though they haven't made the playoffs in more than 10 years now.
And they fumbled the bag his whole entire career, and he seems content to stay there.
Right. Well, when you're getting paid a lot of money, I guess it doesn't matter. But so we haven't.
It's not about the money, Kevin. It's never about the money. It's never. That's what the athlete said. It's not about the money. That's what they tell us.
Right. That's what they tell us. But listen, I'd love to see Mike Trout in playoff baseball in October. I mean, he's one guy that we haven't seen, and it's a shame, because I think it would be a good thing for the league. And I think eventually he will be on a contender. Whether that's the Red Sox, well, I don't believe that. But hey, crazier things have happened, that's for sure. But I think the Red Sox right now, I don't think the Red Sox are going to be trading for anyone on the offensive side. Pitching is the need, and as I mentioned, the Red Sox were rumored to acquire Dylan Cease from the San Diego Padres, but now the reports are that it was unlikely. Jeff Passett of ESPN saying it's unlikely the Red Sox are going to be trading Jarren Duran. There was a report that Sean McAdams said from Mass Live that the Padres offered the Red Sox a 3-player package, which included Dylan Cease, the Padres' top catching prospect Ethan Salas, and an additional prospect that was quickly rejected. On all they asked for was Jarren Duran. Why they would reject that is beyond me. Okay, Jarren Duran, obviously, listen, great all-star last year. Has contributed well here, but he's taken a step back this year. I think, as I said, there's too many cooks in the kitchen. The Red Sox want to go even more into the future now, and you can say, well, he's only been here for 3 years. That's great. What has he really produced here in the past 3 years, besides the all-star appearance last year? The Red Sox want to go in a different direction. You've got Roman Anthony in left field, Cedon in center, and Willie Abreu in right. And you have to cement Yoshida as the DH.
No, gosh.
Well, Massa has to heat up, because he's looked very cold in his time coming up.
He's looked terrible. He doesn't even look like. Gosh, but I'll just leave it alone.
And I'm not saying Duran has had a bad season. He's had a decent season, but he's taken really a massive step back from that All-Star campaign of last year.
He was batting 300. He was batting 300 last year, and he was tearing up the league.
I mean, he's only hit 254. He's below average defense in the outfield. If the Padres feel it's an upside, bring him in. Listen, Dylan Cease is a free agent this year, and his ERA doesn't reflect his strong performances of
it's all
years
rumors,
prior.
Kevin. It's all rumors. We don't know if that was really the case.
So it's a week of rumors. It's going to be a week of rumors, and we'll see. We'll see what reports are true and what reports. What reports are untrue. But that being said, the Red Sox do need to acquire a starting pitcher. Whether it's Dylan Cease, whether it's Joe Ryan. I mean, Joe Ryan has been solid for the Minnesota Twins. Is over among 61 qualified starting pitchers this year, Clay. Joe Ryan ranks 12th in ERA, 2.63, 12th in strikeouts, 7th in opponent batting average, and 4th in WHIP, and he's got years of control in his contract as well. And I think if the Twins, with the direction they're going in, give him up, bring some prospects back in, sort of retool, and I think Joe Ryan. I think reports are that the Twins are hesitant to trade him, but I think the offers for Joe Ryan could be too good for the Twins not to take. And
they're going to be high. They're going to be high. The offers are going to be high.
Yeah, we'll see if the Red Sox.
Come on, Craig Breslow. This is your forte, Craig. You took the job. You got to make something happen. Your team is floundering. There's no doubt about that. They can beat the bad teams. As we can see, they can't beat the good teams, and they're going to need an upgrade in order to battle it out with the good teams. So, Craig, let's get the ball moving. Let's get something happening. And 844-249-5247, 844-249-5247. Tell us what you think, from baseball to football to the Tour de France, whatever you think. We're going to cut for a commercial, and then we'll come back and we'll finish it out. I think we have, what do we got here? We have Oyama Investments.
Oh, you did give me my cue there. Hold on.
This is what working together is all. This is teamwork, something the Red Sox should have more of.
Yeah, well, we want to say hello to our friends at Oyama Investments. And for a smart investment or a place to welcome you. Oyama Investments, where your dream finds a foundation. At Oyama, they're more than just your friend. They're your trusted partner, building a secure future, whether it be investing in a property that'll grow with you, purchasing your dream home. They make the process easy, transparent, and rewarding. They specialize in finding properties that align perfectly with your goals. Imagine yourself owning a piece of the future, whether it be a luxury apartment, a commercial space, or a family home in the perfect neighborhood. And if you're new to the real estate investment world, well, don't worry. They're every step of the way helping you make informed choices. With confidence, with real estate prices rising, there's never been a better time to invest. Ready to see your dreams come to life? Visit their website, www.oyamainvestments.com. Give them a call, 617-221-8881 today, where your vision becomes reality. That's a good friends at Oyama Investments.
Oyama Investments. One of our better, they're all great sponsors, so I can't even say, you know what? And if you want to sponsor with us, just give us an email. Email us, and let's work it out. We will make it happen. Guaranteed. No matter what your budget, we will make it happen. We'll get you on, and we'll get you up and running, and we will boost your business. As I'm here at this family reunion, and we say our prayers before we start each of these shows, WEZE, or whether it's the podcast on Wednesday. And you got to give it up to your family, your mother and your father and your great and your grandparents, and then your great grandparents. My aunts from my mother's side are here. Have Aunt Sandra, we call her Aunt San, and Aunt Martha, and then we have Aunt Kathy and Uncle Mike, still the remaining patriarchs and matriarchs of the family, as we should say. I think give your aunts and uncles a hug when you see them. They probably made contributions in your life that you don't know. You might not remember, but you might not even know that they made contributions into your life to keep your life going forward and keep your dreams going forward. It's very important to keep family close and tell them that you love them. They might need to hear that you love them, and that will keep them going in whatever their endeavors are and pursuits in life. So I'm down here in the family reunion. I want to stress to you, try to keep your family close. That can be hard. We know family can be stressful. Relationships can be stressful, but try your best. You got nothing to lose. And that's my plug for families. That's it. That's all I got. But going forward with the Patriots, football season is upon us, and the Patriots are into their 1 week into their camp. I've heard nothing but positive things about Stephon Diggs. What have you heard so far, Kevin?
It's a healthy Stephon Diggs, that's for sure. And
Yes.
It's nice to be able to talk about something other than baseball. Finally, the NFL season is yeah, right. The NFL season, the NFL season is quickly upon us with the Hall of Fame game coming up on I think Thursday, right, Clay, of this week?
Yeah.
Coming up.
Less than a week away. Football is only 30 days, maybe 30, 35 days away. September.
The Chargers and the Lions on Thursday night, the Hall of Fame game, and then of course the preseason week to follow. After that, the Patriots' first preseason game home against the Commanders on Friday, August the 8th, and
that's going to be a game.
Looking forward to a season. Yes, right. Looking forward to a good.
Are you kidding me? The opening game is against the Commanders?
No, the opening preseason game is against the Commanders.
Okay, great, fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
if that's the opening game, that's a loss.
No, not the regular season. It is going to be interesting to see on the Commanders for a minute. The way Jaden Daniels sort of took over the league late last year, and nobody expected them to walk into Detroit and beat the Lions as they did. And Jaden Daniels in year 2, I think, is going to be fascinating to watch in an always interesting NFC East division. Obviously, with the defending Super Bowl champion, the Eagles, you've got the Cowboys there. We'll see what happens without Mike McCarthy there, and with Dak Prescott. Will Dak remain healthy and consistent as well? Well, we'll wait. That remains to be seen. And we'll see what the Giants do as well.
Kevin, did you just say Mike McCarthy's gone?
Yes. Yeah, we covered that here on the show many months ago.
Where have I been?
You've been right here.
Oh, my gosh.
Must have not heard that one.
Oh, my gosh. Jerry Jones.
That's old news, my friend. Yes. So, as I mentioned, the NFC is going to be interesting.
And New England.
Okay.
New England's playing Las Vegas.
Can you hear me, Clay? Or am I not coming through to you?
It comes in and out.
Okay. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. We're just there's a lot of crosstalk, so I wanted to make sure you heard.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Go ahead.
I just want to get back to New England. Their first game is going to be Las Vegas at home.
That's correct.
Here in
against the Raiders on September the 7th.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, September 7th. And they're favored.
They are. And again, I mean, and we've talked about this on the show before. Drake May showed promise last year and didn't really have many targets to throw to. And, you bring in Stephon Diggs, you bring in Hollins, you bring in some other guys. Will Drake May step up in year 2 with now Josh McDaniels, Vrabel? It's a whole new look for the New England Patriots. Even though familiar faces, it is still a new look Patriots going forward this year. And by the way, I got to ask, too, has anybody heard from Gerard Mayo? Where is Gerard Mayo gone? No team picked him up. He didn't do any interviews since being let go by the Patriots. I'm curious about his well-being. Where is Gerard Mayo?
You think maybe he's at a clinic somewhere discussing this on the couch about, I could have been a contender. Everybody's against me.
I mean, listen, Gerard Mayo was put.
I don't know where he's
Gerard
at.
Mayo was put in an impossible situation, and
yeah, he was.
And had Mike Vrabel been let go earlier by the Titans, I think Robert Kraft probably would have brought in Vrabel a lot sooner and knock on with Mayo. But that being said, it's just interesting. It's just
but that is part of the game. I mean, it's going to happen. He was put in an impossible situation, but so wasn't Mike McCarthy.
Well, the thing, Mike McCarthy at least had better talent on his team. With the Cowboys than the Patriots had with Gerard Mayo. I mean, I don't think you can compare those two situations.
Well, Dak Prescott, Jacoby Brissett, Okay,
yeah,
I see your point.
that's a tough comparison.
I see your point.
I think Gerard Mayo was certainly
C.D. Lamb versus I can't even remember anybody on the Patriots wide receivers core. Kendrick Bourne. Yeah, I see your point.
Gerard Mayo certainly was not, even though he had spent time as an understudy really to Bill Belichick on the defensive side, was not prepared, in my opinion, despite the lack of talent, was not prepared to be a head coach in the league. And listen, I'm a big proponent of second chances, so I do hope that Gerard is given a second chance, maybe not as a head coach, but lands somewhere as a defensive coordinator on a team, and perhaps he can go, go to the college game, and maybe there's an opening at a school in a school in North Carolina in Chapel Hill. Maybe there's an opening there.
His mentor.
Yeah. Maybe he's there. Maybe Gerard is there. If anyone is in the North Carolina area, see if you can find Gerard Mayo. We had some missing posters for him.
There might be a Gerard Mayo site.
All kidding aside, I have nothing against Gerard Mayo, and I just don't think he was well equipped to be head coach of the New England Patriots or head coach of any NFL team for that matter. But hey, one and done, and rightly so. Didn't work out, and particularly when you have the opportunity to draft number one and you come out and win the last game when you really shouldn't have, and that was outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. And of all times, you show some fight and effort. The game that you really don't want to win.
Yeah, well, that'll get you fired.
Win. So I think he was done. He was done regardless.
Game you absolutely positively have to lose.
He was done, and I think.
Yeah,
and I think
you have to.
And lose. I think that just goes to show, Clay, the difference. And I don't like comparing different sports in different situations. Like I don't comparing a situation that happened in the NFL to a situation that happened in the MLB, because it's two different sports and it's apples and oranges in my opinion. But that being said, since it's local, we talked about ownership.
That being said,
we talked about Wayne talked about ownership, in responding to fans and concerns and things like that. I just think it goes to show the difference in approach that Robert Kraft has as owner of the New England Patriots with the approach that John Henry and Tom Warner have had as owners of the Boston Red Sox. I think Robert Kraft actually gives a crap more so about his team and about the future and stability of the New England Patriots and the brand that he has built, okay, as owner of the New England Patriots, other than what Warner and Henry have done with the Red Sox, where not knocking the 4 World Series that have been won under their ownership. But that being said, when it's clear that there is a problem brewing, that that a team has, and that your fans are ready to rebel, and this isn't Tampa. Like this isn't like a low market Pittsburgh. Talking more so on the baseball, not so much in the football, but this is not a low market. This is the Boston sports region. Like this is not small potatoes here.
Yeah.
It just goes to show in the two different approaches that these owners have. And Robert Kraft obviously saw the issues that was happening with his football team and made an immediate move. And I think he would have made. Had Vrabel not been available, I still think he would have made a move and brought somebody else in. Vrabel happened to be available, and it worked out. So
it's a good thing.
I think it's a good thing for the Patriots. I do believe that the Patriots are a wild card team this year. I do believe that, and I'm looking at them in either the 9 to 10 win range this year. I don't believe they are prepared or equipped to overthrow Buffalo and retake the AFC East, but I think they'll give them some fight. I don't think the Jets are in any way going to have a contention. New coach aside, I don't think Justin Fields is going to do anything with them, and I'm not sold on Tua down in Miami. But would you want to agree with me or contend with me on that point?
I'm going to contend with you. I'm going to say that they can dethrone Buffalo. I know that you're a Josh Allen fan, and I'm still not sold. I think he's just another Lamar Jackson, waiting for a bad situation to happen so he can just crumble. But we'll see. That's just my opinion. I think that the Patriots can be contenders. As we see, they are rated to be the Vegas Raiders are underdogs going in against them. I would think that they would be equal at best, but they actually have the Patriots as favorite to win, which is surprising. So I think Vegas sees something in the Patriots. I see something. I think we all see something in Vrabel. Is the talent good enough? Is the talent commensurate with the coaching? Is the coaching better than the talent? Can it raise the level of the game of the players? We will find out.
Well, it's going to be good. Yeah, it's going to be a good opening game. Obviously, the Raiders, too, with their new head coach, Pete Carroll, coming in. They've got Geno Smith, and the Raiders have trying to bounce back from a really brutal couple of years and still trying to dig out from the McDaniels error. That certainly didn't work out, and they I know they had to fire John Gruden, but, looking back on it, did they really have to fire him? I don't know. That's a longer discussion.
No, they didn't.
Clay, do you
Yeah, should have suspended him.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, the good news about Stephon Diggs obviously being fully cleared to participate in training camp, so we would expect him to be on the field for the first game, regular season game at home against the Raiders. So we look forward to that, and hopefully he can stay healthy. And when Stephon Diggs is on the field, we obviously know the great talent that he has. Those years with the Vikings and, of course, with Buffalo, and we saw that with Houston last year when he was healthy, but obviously tore his ACL and not able to go with the Texans to the playoffs. And that being said, again, it just goes back to the talent that the Patriots have brought in, and give Drake May some weapons. And let's see what he does. And our hope is with him. He's the future, and let's hope he doesn't turn out to be another Mac Jones. We certainly hope that would not be another waste, because if he is another Mac Jones, well, he's not. Given the way Mac went, then he's not going to end up with the Patriots for very long. But I'm pretty confident that he won't be another Mac Jones. But
Mac Jones, hey Mac, listen, I'm still on your side. I think it was more management turmoil at the time that contributed to your downfall than your ability. But that's just my personal opinion. It amounts to a hill of beans. I won't even buy you a cup of coffee. But still, I believe in you, Mac. I hope you come back and do some good things in the league. You're still young. Hopefully you get some things done.
Clay, just quickly, your thoughts on how the Steelers are going to look this year with Aaron Rodgers at the helm?
Oh, my gosh. Another train wreck waiting to happen. But they drafted him on the back, Caleb Johnson. And the Steelers are always a running team, first and foremost. Why they had to go out and get Aaron Rodgers, I have no idea. I know he might be an upgrade over Kenny Pickens. He might be, if he can last the season. But here's a guy who's been injured, he was injured last year, even though he played through it. He was injured most of the season. He played through it. But he's just injury prone. And I don't know why you spend this much capital going out there getting a guy who probably is not going to last a year. And you're banking your franchise on him. It's almost like why Tua Tagovailoa is still in Miami. Here's a guy who's one concussion away from ruining your whole season. I don't think you should go out and do that, but we don't make the plays. I always wonder about the NFL and these guys that are called executives. What are they looking at that they would bank their whole season on? He's like 40 years old. A guy who hasn't made it through a whole season, and you're going to just bring him in and bank your whole franchise on him. I don't see it happening. I see it's just going to go wrong. But what do you see, Kevin?
I think it's a sort of a wait and see. If Aaron Rodgers is able to showcase some talent from years past with the Packers, and I think the Steelers are going to be contenders in the AFC North. But from what we saw with him in the 1 year he was healthy with the Jets, I don't think we're going to see that. So, listen, I think Baltimore is still a prohibitive favorite in that division. I think the Bengals have a really good offense. They have a terrible defense. I think any team that plays them, that game is going to be like 96-90 because Joe Burrow's going to put up 90 in that offense, and then they're going to give up, a huge amount of touchdowns and things like that because of their poor defense. But we'll wait and see. Mike Tomlin, obviously, we'll see if he can work his magic again and bring the Steelers back to the playoffs and keep things at 500 with the way they are. But in the final,
question.
We got about 30 seconds left, so make it fast.
Okay, this will be quick. What team do you see is going to be a surprise this year coming out of the NFL?
Surprise team for me this year coming out of the NFL. Oh, you put me on the spot with only 30 seconds left.
Because I'm your friend.
Give me the Chicago Bears with Ben Johnson as head coach.
I'm gonna say Las Vegas Raiders. I think.
There we go. Thanks, everybody. Have a good weekend. Quick exit.
Have a good weekend, everybody.